this is Steven. So today, what I'm doing today is I am working on my Chevrolet S10 radio, and I hope this is going to record all of the video of of the install. So, without further ado, this is what I have. You have your basic standard radio in here, and doesn't sound that bad, but I'm looking to upgrade.
Like a burrito.
So, anyways, I'm looking to upgrade that, and well, here we go. Let me just try to find a good position for this. See from back here if it's a good angle or not. Yeah, that's a good angle. And my question is it going to stay on there? Yeah, it looks like it. Alright, well, here we go. Alright, so what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to disable the your fuse for your radio first. So you're going to go inside your battery pan or your panel, go and do that. And you look up on your panel to see which one the radio is. So that's going to be 19. So that'd be fuse block. It's the inner panel on the side of the door. It's a 15 amp, and it says radio battery or RDO bad. And you're gonna take your little handy dandy pliers. You got our pullers for the fuse pullers. You're gonna pull that out. Alright, so now that I have done that, I'm going to place this in an area where I know where it is. Put that back. Now that that's done. Now, also another thing you should do when you are doing a also radio install is also to take out your fuse for your airbag, just in case if it goes off, because you're going to be pulling off the dash. So that's also another thing I'm going to do. Alright, so so that doesn't work anymore. Good. Alright. So I need my SIR. See how it says here, the SIR? That is your airbag, I believe. Yep. So you're gonna do that. You're gonna pull that one out also, and that's also a 15 amp. It's above a 10 amp on the bottom. Okay, got that. Alright, so now that I got two of those out of the way, you can put them in like a little holder or something like that. I got a lot of shit on. So, I guess I'll put them in I guess I can put them in my little cup holder on the side door over here, or anywhere that you can really fit them. Take this back, and you don't want to lose that because that's a lifesaver. Get it to go back on there. There we go. Alright, throw that up there too. Now, what you're going to need is a 7mm. And I got the long, deep one. 7mm. Now there are screws here, here, and here to remove this panel. You gotta remove the bottom kick plate, or what this plate is, to remove this, because you have two screws, one right here and one on the other side, I believe. So you gotta remove those two before you do anything else. And this third one up here. Excuse my hair, guys, it's not the best, but gotta do what you gotta do. And you can also finger turn this too, so that's what the nice thing is about for the deep ones. Okay, and you don't want to lose this either. So put that up there wherever you decide to. Now, you're also going to take these ones out. Before I go any further, I'm going to take a photo of what I got. Alright, perfect. Now, for these down here, they are a little bit tricky. Probably don't need your key in the ignition for now. You are going to have to install it so that you can move and adjust the shifter. I'll show you guys that in a few minutes. Move the seat back so I have availability here. Get this done. Alright, I also have this handy dandy nice screwdriver head here. It's got the little thing where you can put the ratchet in on the other end, and this is a I think it's a 1/2-inch drive. Alright, I believe so. Don't tell me I'm not ratchet anyways. I think. No, never mind. Anyways, so you go and do this for the two. So one there, boom. You got one on this side. Okay, now, see how you have one here and then one over here. Okay, remove those two screws. Alright, now what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your little knife dash removal tool, and if I'm not mistaken, I believe that is all the screws you have to do. You're gonna pop it off. Okay? Pretty much easily comes up. And you only got a little bit there because of this thing. And that's what you're going to use your key for. So let me snap this back on here. Turn the ignition. Bring it all the way down. Bring the steering column down too while you're at it. Bring this out. Now, this is also important. You don't want to screw up your such as your instrument panel lighting, all that kind of stuff. There's tabs on this thing, and that will pop right out. But if easier, anyways, there is a switch on, or a wiring harness on the back side with a clip on it, and you can easily just pull that right out, which is what I'm going to do right now. Actually, there's two of them. If you have fog lights, you'll have one on the bottom also. Okay. Guess I'll use my little handy dandy tool. Those out. Okay. Alright. Now that I got that done, I'm gonna pop this. Oh, and you also got one connector here for your four-wheel, or two connectors here for your four-wheel drive. And you don't want to damage that either. Alright, and that's what I got for the connectors there. So you just slide this one out, pop that out, push that one in, pull that out. Okay, now you got the dash removed. Now, this is what the sound system looks like. Let me throw those letters in real quick so I can easily get at this. Alright, so this is what I have for my stereo as of right now. Now, you're also going to have to take out the 2.7mm bolts on one side, which is the left side. So start by taking those out. And I would keep these bolts separate, or screws separate from the other one, due to that. You know, it's just easier to do it that way, and you won't mix up your screws. So I'll throw them there for now. let me put that in the park and bring that up and turn that off so we don't have any airbag exploding here. You would definitely not want to have your airbag off. This is just the easy cheater way of doing it. Theoretically, if you were to do it the proper installation way, which I know people are going to comment about, you should always disconnect your battery before doing this. But anyways, I'm doing it the way I usually do it for any of my dash installs. I don't usually have to disconnect the battery. Alright, so now you're going to pull this out. Oh, it's stuck in there. You're going to pop off the antenna. And you got to pop this out. Pain in the ass. Alright, see this clip here? That's what you're going to be popping out. If I can actually get it. Why is this being such a bitch? And I didn't break the clip, so that's good. Now you're going to take a look at this. It's a totally different setup than what I had for my Chevrolet Blazer that I had. And I hope there's only one way to put this harness in. Alright, well, anyways, guys, this is what I'm going to do. First, I'm going to install this kit that I have here. Okay? This is a Metra, well, it's an all-in-one dash kit. I bought it from Amazon for like $9. It's not that special, other than it's got a nice pocket in here. It's actually the HTX 2003. I believe that's what it says on here, but that could just be this part. I'm not sure. Anyways, it came as a multi-package with the doubled in and the one where you can put as for the tool making for two radios, or two like such as you do a CD changer or something else like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to push these wires into the back, or theoretically, you're going to need, anytime during these installs, you're going to need a wiring harness. This is what I'm using. I bought this from Walmart for like a $10.99 special or something. So this is a multi-adapter, so you can interchange this out between like such as your Nissan, Chrysler, VW, Ford, GM. And the bigger plug goes into your your aftermarket radio. And since I'm doing a GM vehicle, I'm going to be putting this in there. Okay. Make sure it's on there nice and tight so you don't have any loose connections. Alright. Now you're going to want to make sure all these are all covered up if you're using this multi-adapter set. You want to make sure they're all covered up so that they don't spark on anything or anything else like that. You're going to tuck that little guy in there. Okay? Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the wiring harness. I believe this only has one way to go on. And that way, I believe, is this way. Yep. Alright, so that slides in there like that. Now, I know you could probably do a better job at this, but who really gives a shit? Okay, this is just an aftermarket radio going in a regular car. Or something like that. It's not too fancy, it's not too less expensive. Anyway, so this is what I'm doing now, is I'm going to be taking this and I'm going to be feeding this through here. Okay? I'm also going to be taking this and feeding this into here. I'm going to be putting this back in the slot, like so. It's going to have to be pocket down, and that's fine because whatever. Now, so that you don't have these get pinched or anything, I suppose you could wire tie them or zip tie them or make sure you stuff them in there before you put the radio in. Which I'm going to do so that they don't get all busted up. Now, alright. Alright, now also, when you're going to buy these install kits, make sure you look at the reviews. Make sure it fits your vehicle, because you don't want to end up with something that does not work whatsoever for your vehicle. Also, when you put these tabs in, or push this this mounting bracket for the radio in, you're going to want to press this tabs and all the other kind of tabs to make sure it anchors in there securely, so the radio won't come out on such as an accident or something like that. Alright, so now since I got those ones installed, I'm taking my radio and I'm going to be plugging this in. Okay. Nice thing about an S10 is you can just put these wires in and actually pull them from the back end, and then you won't have a problem with it at all. Okay, so that's that. Extra wires, pull them through. Alright, so now it's in there. Now, also, another thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to bring out the radio faceplate, and I'm going to take that and I'm going to pop it on there. Make sure it's working. So I got to plug that fuse back in that I had, which is on my door. Okay. Back into the radio fuse slot. Okay. Now, how do I turn this on? Alright. It does work. I still have to get used to figuring out how to do this. So you press and hold that then to turn it off. Alright, so since now that works, I'm going to take that piece off again. Take the faceplate off. Pop that out. We're going to put it back in its case so it doesn't get scratched up. And like in the lot past that it got scratched up. Alright, so now I'm going to take the faceplate cover and I'm going to install that, which is the outer trim ring. Basically, that's all that is. sure why that's doing that. Anyways, so I got that installed. Now I'm going to be taking the key and putting that back into the ignition so I can then move this down. And then I restart reassembling this back together. Don't forget to put your wires back in. Your designated spaces. Make sure they're nice and then they're tight so that they don't come undone while you're driving, because it'd be a pain in the ass to have to take this all apart again. Okay, now I'm going to take this and bring it back over here so I can plug these back in. Okay, make sure that there's no wires in the way of your vents. You can pop it back on there. I'll install that dash trimmer after I get this back together. You just want to make sure it's pushed in all the right places for where your clips are on your dash, so it sits and seats there fine. You take these bolts. Remember, the big one is going to be going on, I believe it's, how many big bolts do I have? I'll figure that out in a minute. Alright, I got 2 big bolts. So the big bolts are going underneath. Alright. So these are your basic general GM screws for your dash and the interior and anything else like that. You can take those, install one. Make sure to gently put it in so you don't drop it. Also, you can put up your dash and turn the key off. Get that out of your way. Alright, now you're going to pop these back into the holes that they came from. Alright, so make sure that's popped back into place. If you have to hit it a few times, go ahead. Now, you're going to take the big screws that you just found, that were big ones, that you pulled out. You're going to install these in. Alright, now you're going to take the other one. That's the smaller screw. It's not that big one with the big washer on it. You're going to install that up here. Yeah, see, that's not going to fit. Alright, now I'm going to put that ring back on, if I can fit it in there. Now it's not allowing me to put that ring back on. Well, that's a good question. What do I do about the ring? I mean, it is pretty flush and still over there. Now this is the, there's another piece that goes on that makes this radio sit in more flush. But it was almost like it was sitting back in way too deep. If this was sitting back further, then the metal part for the mounting, it wouldn't work. It wouldn't clip on, I mean. Well, there's a few things I could do. I could cut this down. I could cut my dash so that this fits in there. Or I could leave it off. Either way, and it's still a good install for the radio. Just doesn't always look the best. Anyways, I hope you guys liked my video today. And please comment, like, and subscribe. And if you have any kind of ideas of what I could do for that trim ring, please go ahead and try giving me some ideas. Alright, well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please comment, like, and subscribe again. And have a great day.